Hi. Welcome to the podcast, the government doesn't want you to see. Now on today's topic, September 11th, 2001 attacks. Terrible tragedy. Horrible tragedy. Worst bar mitzvah I've ever been to. I mean, rabbis could take a punch. Turns out jet fuel can actually melt steel beams if you try hard enough and believe in yourself. The courts call it motive, but I prefer its older cousin, motivation. It's a good one. And nothing says preferring older cousins than joining Al-Qaeda. For some reason, I thought terror groups had a lot of incestuous relationships. Turns out I'm just racist. Well, nothing screams unchecked racism louder than my mirror in the morning. Good news is I had a conversation with the mirror and he decided to keep it to a whisper. So that's good. Good news, tons of people died in 9/11. Bad news. Bad news. 4 flights, 2 aimed at the Twin Towers, 1 at the Pentagon, 1 at the White House. The White House one, actually, they overtook it and it landed in a cornfield. So, talk about dying for nothing, right? Watching Bush and Cheney turn to ash would have been really bad and immoral and horrible. It would be a tragedy. So I would like to welcome my guest of the hour, Bobby Wyckoff. Everybody, let's give Bobby Wyckoff a hand. Please don't fall off the roof.
Hey,
that is something I won't be able to pay for later.
I'm today's guest.
This is Bobby. And he has a lot of insider knowledge about 9/11. I'd like to talk about with him. Because, why don't you talk about your knowledge of 9/11? You have a lot, so you know what happened, what the theories are, what the moves are. Can they melt steel beams?
Yes. No. Actually,
You heard it here.
what really happens is the beams soften up, right? Because it gets hot.
Yeah.
And then they kind of bend a little bit.
Yeah.
And then everything comes crashing down, like Jenga. You ever play Jenga?
Just like my marriage.
Just like Jenga.
Just like Jenga. You build something up for years and years. You build it up all the way up to the top.
Yes.
And then it just comes down in 1 second. You don't even have to try. Just one little thing, one little text message could just knock everything over, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what happens. Well, if you want to learn about how steel beams could actually melt, they can't. Okay, you would have to really melt them. Like you would have to put them into magma. But they just need to get weaker. We all know that. What happens when something gets weaker? You ever eat a popsicle stick? And the freaking thing gets all freaking soft and gross, or a bamboo straw.
Oh, I hate those.
Or those freaking paper straws.
I hate the paper
and
straws.
And they freaking get weak when you put them in Dr. Pepper, and guess what? Now your straw's gone.
Yeah, it bends in half. But it doesn't go away. The Dr. Pepper comes through the broken hole.
It doesn't melt. It doesn't disintegrate, does it? It just weakens to the point where it's destroying itself. Like it breaks eventually because you're moving it in and out of the fucking thing. It's wobbling. Maybe the wind comes by and knocks over,
It's because it's interacting with the plastic around the rim. So it's pulling at the...
That's right.
You know how to fix that is instead of that, you would make that paper. You would make the circular bit made of paper, made of bamboo.
Right.
And then because of the same hardness, it's not gonna break through.
You could do the thing with the plastic with the boba. You know how they put the boba and then they put the plastic on it? So there's...
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
That's a lot
apparently
better. I like
jet
that.
fuel burns at 980 to 1800 degrees Fahrenheit, but steel melts at about 2500. So the towers couldn't have collapsed from the fire alone. That's what they say. But steel doesn't need to melt. It just needs to weaken.
Yeah. Just needs
So
to
that's
slowly.
that.
It needs to slowly bend so the weight of the crushing building
But hey, what do we know? All right,
Building.
we're just a bunch of schmucks over here.
comes crashing down.
We don't know anything. We don't know anything, so don't listen to us. You see all these satellite dishes that I have in the background? All direct communicate. One to the NSA, so I can send them little Discord messages. I send them little Discord messages. Let's move on from that. Anyway, they don't like my Discord message. It's real nasty. I send them real nasty stuff like, I could see your dog from your window again. Should really get that thing covered up. You see me, I see you. It's like a FaceTime call. That's what I say to the NSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that. Well, World Trade Center 7. This is another one, another conspiracy.
I know that one.
Okay, here we go. What's it
Yeah.
about? Go ahead, tell us.
No, I just know
Okay.
it existed.
Well, wasn't hit by a plane, so why'd it collapse?
Oh, well, because pieces from the towers hit it, and then it created more heat, which then melted those beams, and then it collapsed.
Ah,
Am I correct?
it
Wait,
was
do you not have the
severely
answer?
it was severely damaged by debris from the collapse of the North Tower and burned uncontrollably for hours. NIST
say?
determined that the collapse was initiated by a failure of a critical column after fires caused the support beams to
I like this.
expand
This
the
is kind of,
buckle.
we could do like a little trivia. We could do like a little
Yeah, a
trivia
little
about
9/11 trivia. We
9/11
love trivia
I can
here,
answer. I
folks.
can answer other questions.
Okay, no plane hit the Pentagon. You hear about that one?
No plane.
No plane
But I
hit the
saw it.
Pentagon. The hole in the Pentagon was too small for a Boeing 757, and no large plane debris was visible.
I feel like that's outdated. I feel like
Because
they
I've
found the
seen
plane
I've seen the plane explode
debris.
onto the Pentagon.
I've seen the
Seen
video.
the video of it.
And I've also seen, I'm pretty sure there's been debris. Is there not debris?
Dozens of eyewitnesses saw the plane hit, and parts of the aircraft were recovered. Yeah, I've seen it. I went to the 9/11 museum. I've seen it.
Okay, buddy.
All right, bud.
All right, bud.
Okay,
All right. I've touched the steel. I know what it feels like.
I saw it.
I know what that steel feels like. It's not. It's,
You could say
it's
maybe,
cold.
Oh, maybe
it's a little
the
cold.
footage is doctored.
The footage
Okay.
doctor. Okay,
You
but
know
can
what?
you
I
doctor
could-
this hand touching the steel? No, it's bent. It's bent. It's all out of shape. It's all out of shape. It looks like a U.
Well, the deep state did that.
The deep state, yes, but it's still like.
You think the deep state can't build a fake plane?
I mean,
I
shit, you're kind of right.
yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, idiot, stupid fuck.
I never thought about
he
the
believes
deep
everything
state.
the fucking Soylent gods
I never
tell him.
considered.
He literally believes everything the fucking
I've never
fluoride,
considered the existence
the deep state animals. The fluoride animals, I say. Well, anyway.
Go on.
Flight 93
posting.
was shot down. I don't know what that is. What's flight number? The wreckage was.
whoa. You're looking up conspiracies. That's what you're doing.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Well, this
Okay.
is the conspiracy.
Okay. All right.
Well, it was 9/11, huh?
All right. I thought we were talking facts. Okay. Sorry.
No, we were both.
All
We're
right.
doing
All
both.
right. All right. All right. All right.
We're doing
all right, all
a
right.
thorough
Flight 93
analysis.
being shot down. Okay, like some Russia shit.
The wreckage was scattered over a wide area, which some interpret as signs that it was shot down. The wide debris field is consistent with high-speed impacts.
I'm sorry.
What's so funny about that?
The idea of somebody being like, "There's wreckage spread out everywhere from this plane crash, so
That
it
must
must
mean-
have been shot
That
down."
it had to have been. Because how the frickin'
How else? How else did the plane explode?
The wide debris field is consistent with high-speed impacts. Okay, I don't even think I have to read any more of that because that's just like retarded. Um.
Yeah, that's
Oh, well, okay, so
That's
this is, but
lazy.
this is
That
interesting.
shit was
this
not
this
thought
part is
out.
interesting about it. The official investigation found that the passengers attempted to retake the cockpit, leading hijackers to crash the plane. Black box data and cockpit recordings support this. That's pretty cool.
that
I'm
they
sure
were
there
fighting.
were recordings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've heard them. There's recordings of them fighting on
which
the
is
plane,
epic. And
which
they
is
said,
epic.
And then they said, "Let's roll." But honestly, Bush getting vaporized.
Did they roll the plane?
That would have been
They
fun.
did. They
That would have
rolled the
been
plane.
more fun.
Did they roll the on some Denzel Washington shit? They just they whipped that shit.
I don't know what they did. I didn't watch that stupid movie that came out in
haven't seen it either.
2003.
I haven't seen it. I just know from the
called
cover, he's
9/11?
upside down. No, I don't want. Oh no, Flight
No,
93.
that's the fucking.
No, you know the
that's
Denzel Curry one where he's-
movie.
Yeah, where he's
Denzel
upside down?
Curry.
Not Denzel Curry. Denzel Washington.
This
Sorry,
guy's got his black guys
got
mixed
my
up.
Denzels mixed up.
Jeez.
I'm thinking of my my music.
Okay. Insider trading before the attacks. I didn't know about this one. Here we go. Insider trading. Unusual stock trading before 9/11.
I'm inclined to believe this one.
Such as put options on airline stocks suggest foreknowledge. I don't know what the extent of that is. It's like a random guy.
That's missing a lot
Like
a lot of information.
Yeah, like a random guy put a bunch of money into Boeing just because, and then how many people did it? That matters. It would
And
have,
this was what? This was how long?
like
before?
Nancy
This was
Pelosi did it.
2001?
It
Like,
matters who it is that did it.
Yeah, they just some people put
Yeah.
puts on.
Come on.
Okay.
The 9/11 Commission investigated and found most of
I
the
feel like
trades
we
were
could
made
make a
by
better
individuals.
conspiracy.
The trades were made by individuals with no ties to. Oh, I thought it was ties to Al Qaeda. No ties to Al Qaeda, and were not out of the ordinary when placed in the broader market context. Okay, that was boring, stupid. They really were cooking though. Like they really fucking came
Yeah.
up with some bullshit.
There
They were
wasn't
like,
a lot to do
fuck,
in,
yeah.
in 2005.
Yeah.
It was like going on like when your Windows XP device, hitting up Notepad, typing up some
Fucking
shit like
Windows
that, putting
Movie
it on-
Maker, pull up.
Then up WikiLeaks.
You could show
WikiLeaks.
people how to download LimeWire and torrent,
LimeWire, yeah.
torrent Good Luck Chuck.
I was into 9/11 conspiracies back then. 2005, 2006.
What's some of the info that the deep state that you extracted from the deep state
Back then?
that they don't want you to know that
Back
you
then it was
that you
like
had
back then it was like Bush did it, which is not
Bush did
something the deep state would say, isn't it? Is it? Maybe they would. Maybe that's what they want me to think.
yeah
They want me to think Bush did 9/11. Therefore, I'm going to say fuck
it makes
that.
me wonder whether or not the information is like did people think that Bush did 9/11 was a conspiracy, like it was fake intel, or did they believe that it was real intel extracted?
I believe.
I think it's the latter.
I have no idea. I don't
think
know.
it's the latter.
I just remember watching Loose Change as a kid.
Uh-huh.
The movie. You know, hear about that?
No.
It's a conspiracy movie. Anyway,
walk forward
the point is, I like my corner,
so I don't have to turn all the way.
and then your feet aren't. Anyway, so your feet are cut off from here. Anyway, so here's the thing.
Okay,
Okay. Loose change. What I think. Actually, I don't remember it. I can't speak on it, but I will say that the general consensus back then was that between my 9-year-old brain was that Bush did 9/11, and it was because he wanted oil and he needed to fake something so he could break into Iraq. Or
That's kind of, I mean, is that
Invade.
really, like, I think that they were waiting for a national emergency. And there's evidence to suggest that they actually knew, that bin Laden was going to do something, but they didn't know when or, what.
I also think this comes from, if I'm not joking,
Damn, they don't like this. We're scared.
I also think that it came a little bit from people not being able to understand how much the USA fucked up, like missed that. Like our intelligence just didn't pick it up, so people can't believe that. They're like, no, the USA is the greatest. thing
yeah,
ever."
they think we.
So it had to be like, well, Bush of course did it because this can't happen,
They think it's not full of retards
Yeah.
when it, you know. We know. I mean, like they were just starting. Like the internet was just coming to fruition. Anyway, the government knew it was coming. Oh, segue right into it.
That's what I was saying.
Made it happen on purpose. Let it happen on purpose. So I'm in the camp actually that they let it happen. I'm a lie hop. See, there's the my hops and the lie hops. Okay, I'm a lie hop. I think they let it happen.
I'm an IHOP.
Shit, yo, that's fire. That's fucking fire.
I thought of that one just now.
Why can't you just jump out of the plane before it crashes? Like, are we serious? Like, people are so stupid, dude. I mean,
What do you
it's
do?
like
What do you do when
you
when
just
you hit the ground?
You land. You remember the guy that fell and there's a picture of him? And you know, Mad Men, they did a Mad Men ad where it was a guy and it was on a building. It was like it was an advertisement for Mad Men, which is like a guy falling.
Yes,
And
I
then,
do. I
and
do.
And they
remember
had
that, yeah.
an ad for that on the side of a building.
Severance kind of has a similar looking
And
ad.
it was a guy falling off the building, like the way that the guy that literally jumped off during 9/11 fell, and got a lot of trouble for that.
Oh, that was after.
It was after 9/11.
There was a couple. I remember those advertisements of like a plane like flying into the World Trade Center, like from 1999.
Yeah. Oh, apparently Lilo and Stitch had
that
a
one had one too.
extended scene
Yeah.
where they were flying around in a 747, and they were
They had to cut it, didn't they?
And yeah, no. Well, so it was a 747 flying through buildings, and I think they crashed into it. I don't know, but they changed it to a spaceship instead of a plane.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's
Until that
cool.
happens, and then we have to change it again.
Yeah, well, that's not too far off.
That's
from
coming
that.
up. Musk?
So, yeah, 9/11. I was around. In fact, I was in a gulag at the time. Well, not at the time. I'm getting my things mixed up here. I was in a JROTC. And I didn't believe in all that crap. I said, "Frick the government, frick everything." I just want a college. I want to go to college, get my degree. And I end up freaking,
What'd you do?
I
What degree?
was I don't even remember. I was just really into toys and
Comedy engineering.
I was a
Comedic engineer.
yeah, I was a communications expert, but
Yeah.
the communication was making people laugh and giggle.
Laugh and giggle
Hey,
and clip their toes together.
yeah, I made them really happy, and I'm glad that I did that.
You're the professional butterfly maker. You flutter them.
I made little toys and goodies and little hats, like yarn hats. I made those for them. They love that.
Yeah.
People in Iraq, they love little hats.
They love yarn.
They love little hats. They can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
They go, "Oh my God, brother, you made me a hat." And I go, "Yeah, I made you a hat."
Is that not Russian?
Brother, no, you motherfuck, you guy.
Sounds very
Bullshit
Russian.
guy, number one bullshit guy.
Nico, let's go bowling.
No, Russian's
That's what it
Russian's like, "Hello, my fucking ballsack."
It's the same
my
accent,
fucking
just with the
sucking balls
thing.
and the fucking
It's,
bullshit.
Is there a name for that?
You're a piece of shit.
there a name for-
fucking Slavic? I don't know. Just when you go,
What's it called when someone goes? There's got to be a name for it. It's not like everyone just does it and they don't name it.
it just sucks, and no one should do it ever again.
I have a couple groups of people who disagree with that one.
Go ahead, disagree. Go ahead. don't you come to my house and disagree?
Yeah, what are the odds they'd even find this place?
Well, I found out where you lived.
I didn't invite you.
Yeah, you just took a picture and you put it on Instagram, and look what
No,
happened.
what actually happened was I was taking a
can't-
shit,
Yeah, well,
and I got a text message.
yeah,
Come on the roof,
on the roof.
and there's a camera here.
Yo, because I want you to be part of this.
Yeah,
crap.
yeah,
I just want you to like this
yeah.
stuff and crap. Well, sure. We were. I was on Kick Messenger. You were on Kick Messenger. We were pretending to be 12-year-old boys
To each other.
to each other. You know, that's problematic. But but then I found him because he posted a picture of the sky, and flight radar's
Finish it.
great.
You,
Flight
you
radar's
tell
great.
them what you did.
So basically, there was a plane in the air. I identified it as Flight 2047 coming out of Houston, Texas. Then I found out where it was, and I found out the time, and the rest is history, isn't it? So, what I want to know is about what more could you offer to the 9/11 community? Is there anything that you have in your back catalog that you want to throw a new theory out?
Well, as you know, I have the biggest 9/11 channel on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. And being the biggest 9/11 channel on YouTube
Yeah.
is a lot of hard work.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It's a lot of
work.
responsibility.
I'm sure it takes a lot of
I have to come up with new theories every goddamn day. I have to just make shit up.
It's kind of funny. It's something kind of funny about 9/11. It's just like two like little, and they always show it in every movie. They always show the 9/11. They always show the
Why
Twin
did it have
Towers.
to be two?
Yeah, it's like kind of like a boobies or something.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny
Yeah.
how it's like two boobies or something. Like
That's pretty much
something
what I
funny
think
about
of.
it.
Whenever that fateful day comes around each year, I'm like two
big
knocks,
big
big
boobies.
knocks, just
bouncing around. And you know what?
like a police got the warrant, they're knocking it down. You know what I mean? They got the.
Well, yeah. And, I think Lilo and Stitch predicted 9/11. That's something that, I mean, I could see Disney doing that.
Predicting 9/11.
Predicting
I
9/11.
could see Walt Disney himself doing that.
No, the Imagineers.
The Imagineers.
See, the Imagineers are Al Qaeda.
Okay, all right.
So,
Yeah.
what you don't understand about the Imagineers,
Wow. You're always so ahead of.
they were actually they were in Russia during the what was that war? Iran Contra, something like that. And they they were fighting alongside Bin Laden. At the time.
Yeah. Afghanistan, the war in Afghanistan.
Then they got asylum.
The first war in
they got
Afghanistan.
asylum. And they were, coming up with all kinds of wacky ideas about spaceships and hoopla. Next thing you know,
Back when we were still a country.
there were
Back when we were still a country.
yeah, and that was messed up of them to do that crap because they freaking knew. I mean, who gives a shite?
Who fucking cares? Fuck it. Who cares? I just think that, because, I've seen, I occasionally I go on the internet and I see the stuff that, and just to be clear, this is my views, not associated to him. Hassan, right? You know that guy? You ever hear of him? Probably not.
No.
Probably not. It's very niche. But he said, well, we kind of deserved it. And I don't think that. And that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. All right. So that's let's put that one in the record book, guys. Just make sure that you wrote that one and took note of that. And also, does 9/11 really matter
In the grand scheme of
in
things.
the grand scheme of things? Do we really care that much?
know.
No. one
As they
gives-
say, as they say on Reddit, we're just a speck of dirt in the universe. One tiny little. That explosion, the 9/11 part, was probably
Like the Big Bang.
Nothing compared to the Big Bang, is what I'm trying to say.
Right?
Right? That's what we say on Reddit. When we go on Reddit, we discuss whether 9/11 was bigger than the Big Bang. Because Biden was like, "Oh, this is 9/11. This is 11 9/11s or whatever he said." We were like, "Well, what's
So-
bigger than that?
Yeah.
Space.
The Big Bang.
Yeah,
When the universe was made,
yeah.
9/11 was just like nothing compared to that. That was like a freaking nothing.
Not to say it doesn't matter. Like, none of
But-
this is
but
to. Just
it-
to be clear, none of this is a moral statement.
It was
okay?
America's Big Bang. Because then, what happens 5 years later? The Big Bang Theory TV show.
Yeah.
And then what happens 10 years after that?
Well,
young
I think-
Sheldon.
Hold on.
Young Sheldon.
I actually wanted to discuss this, and
Can we talk about Young Sheldon? for a
Yes, we're
minute?
literally going to talk about that. Listen to this. Check this shit out. Okay. Check this shit out. Okay.
I mean, there's things he's done, and no one's talking about it.
I don't think you would have Young Sheldon. I don't think you would have the Big Bang Theory without 9/11.
Man,
This is the
Jesus,
point that I'm
Lord
trying to
Jesus,
make. This
thank you, God.
lineage that you have to go with, you have to take it all the way
Thank
back,
you,
and you have to
Jesus.
think about it. You have to think
Young
really
Sheldon,
hard
I'm not sure
about
about
the
that.
lineage of the Big Bang Theory.
Young
If you look-
Sheldon.
listen, if you take it back, okay, on that fateful day, right over there. Oh, say, okay. Listen, on that fateful day,
When the bombs went off in the towers,
what came 5 years later? Remember, you just said it.
the Big Bang
The Big
Theory.
Bang Theory. Okay, this is the point that I'm trying to get at. Okay,
The Big Bang Theory.
what happened before that?
9/11.
9/11.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Go on. Why don't you cook, preacher man? Cook, preacher man. 9/11, the Big Bang.
Do I need to say anything else?
Do we need to say anything else? The answer is very much in front of you, you motherfucking stupid head.
What else?
What
What else is there to say?
Young Sheldon was had an IQ of 210. He was an astrophysicist. You think he couldn't figure out? He couldn't figure out an attack against the U.S. How old was young Sheldon? We all know how young old Sheldon was. Young Sheldon
In 2001.
in 2001.
2001?
He was around. Well, so he was 30. Let's say he was 5 years old. He could have fucking.
He's older than me, right? Yeah.
No, he would probably been older. He'd probably been 10 years old.
Okay. I see the.
So
vision.
he was in communications with Al Qaeda. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because why? Because he's always trying to prove himself. He's always trying to get one over on the stupid idiot plebeians, right?
Uh-huh.
He's always like, "Oh, I'm smarter than everyone on earth." Yeah.
If you're so smart,
no, and he wanted to show it. He wanted to show that he was smarter than everyone. He wanted to show that not even the American government is smarter than him. He's got a wool over your eye the whole time. And guess what? Who's the only one that could achieve a feat so large? Who do you think? You think Bin Laden, a fail son, a guy who had a real estate company, construction company, you think he's fucking the mastermind behind all this crap? You think it's some guy in that shitty shirt and that ugly shirt with the fucking
I've
hair
seen
and
the shit
fucking
Bill Laden.
That guy, that one guy?
Bill Laden, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Bill Laden.
I've seen the shit that he jacks off to. Okay. He is not orchestrating.
It had to be somebody
a
smarter.
Big, scary plan.
It had
No,
to be
absolutely
somebody
not.
bigger. It had to be somebody with the knowledge of not only just engineering, not only just astrophysics, a complete understanding of the human condition. Who has that kind of understanding? Who's a person who's always a step ahead? Young Sheldon plotted it all. No, it wasn't old Sheldon. It was young Sheldon. You know what Sheldon says when somebody takes a spot on the couch? He says that's my spot.
How are you supposed
the
to
hubris, the pompous, pious fuck. He knows that he's better than everyone else because he got away with it. One of the greatest terrorist attacks of all time. And he pinned it on someone else. And they all got murked. Every single one of them is
an
dead.
innocent working man. He pinned it on.
Hey man, he
and we killed him for it.
Well, yeah, you ever see him play Wii? He loves Wii. How could a guy who bombed the Twin Towers or whatever the heck, how could he play Nintendo bowling or whatever the heck? See, that doesn't seem like that's a there's something right. There's something correct about that mind. There's something all put together.
You got to understand something about Nintendo bowling, okay? All right. It's all about projection. It's all about, this is where the ball's going to go.
Right.
It's going to go into the pin. It's going to go here.
Mm-hmm.
What's flying a plane like?
Now you got me.
This is the kind of connection
Now you got me.
that you got to be making if you want to be in the big leagues, like us on YouTube with the 9/11 conspiracy channels. Okay?
Is that really how that's really what it's about?
2 million subscribers I got for making beautiful videos about
Yeah, I saw them there.
what elevator
There's
was in the Twin Towers. Otis, by the way. And how that relates to absolutely nothing.
You make 3D renders and you make all kinds of different kinds of situation scenarios. What if Hitler won World War II? How would have 9/11 happened had that been the case?
Well, surely it would not have.
See, that's the kind of controversial takes we don't want to freaking see on this channel.
Oh no, I'm not saying Hitler's a good guy. I'm just saying if he had won,
this is controversial things that he's saying. Okay, guys.
If he had won,
I submit myself to the good of the American empire.
Listen to me. You ever play Wolfenstein?
George Bush.
You ever play Wolfenstein?
Slotkin. I love Slotkin. She's great. We love Slotkin here. We're big Slotkin heads. We're big sloppy Slotkins. Huh? Chuck Schumer. We love you guys, and you guys are doing so good. I really like it how my Amazon packages come on time. That's one. That my DoorDash is it's still cheap. And I like it how you how I get a DoorDash and then I tip after I've already received it. I like that part. Because then I forget to tip, and then it's just like I don't even have to pay him the tip at all.
That's the best part.
Dude, that's the best part. And Chuck Schumer did that. So, so
Good Luck, Chuck. You ever see that show?
Good Luck, Chuck is a movie,
and it's about
Dane.
Wait, Dane Cook's in it.
Dane Cook
he plays Chuck
and
Schumer.
Jessica Alba. He plays Chuck Schumer.
Okay, all right, that makes a lot.
No, that makes sense because Chuck Schumer has been
because it's not. It would have been Good Luck, Dane.
Chuck Schumer has been gifted with what's the curse that he has? Every woman that he fucks gets married after. So Chuck, he's fertilizing the entire North American continent.
He's bringing back the good old nuclear family.
He's completely fucking lost his mind.
We're gonna be able to sit at the table, husband, wife.
We're gonna see little. You know what we're gonna do?
Son,
he's like Elon
daughter,
Musk.
no more than that.
Yes, and he's like Elon Musk in a sense because he walks around, he goes around to other countries, he fucks, he gets his pussy, he licks pussy. Chuck is doing the hard shit, and he's hitting the G spot. He's making them squirt. Like, he's doing it all. And the thing is, we're gonna have, like Elon, a lot of little Chuck Schumers running around one of these days, once they get old enough, and they're gonna look like him, and they're gonna be, I really believe that Alyssa Slotkin. He's Trump now.
He's Trump now.
Alyssa Slotkin, what a beautiful girl. But Trump with a hunch, like he has.
The glasses.
The glasses. Oh.
I feel like Pelosi does that too with the glasses sometimes.
Pelosi.
I feel like I've seen this.
Yeah?
On Pelosi.
On Pelosi?
Before. Just, and maybe
I
once
feel like
when she
just
was reading.
Pelosi's just like a Lunchable face. Like, she's got the plastic, like when you melt the plastic on accident in the microwave. That's what she looks like.
She's not microwavable, is what you're saying.
She's not.
Yeah.
She's
not microwave safe.
She's like a Stouffer's mac and cheese with the accidental plastic on it.
Yep.
Yep. So
sometimes those boxes. I just want to say, real quick shit.
Yeah, real quick shit.
Sometimes those boxes will say to microwave with the plastic, and then you do it, and then the microwave melts the plastic. It had plastic on top. It said to put it in the oven with the plastic on top. That was in the instructions.
Yeah. And then it melts
Regular oven. I swear to God it said this. And
fucking piece of
it
shit.
Just melted the plastic.
Because they're liars. They're schemers. They're
just
deceivers.
melted it onto my meal.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't eat for the night.
Well, they lie to you.
And
they want you to eat the
just
plastic.
sit there.
They want you to eat the plastic. That's the thing. That's the problem. You think that's not like part of it? You think that's not like part of the plan?
They put it in the water.
It's all part of the fucking plan.
They put it in the water.
You ever take a food
They beamed it
that's
into it.
microwavable, quote unquote, and you put it in the fucking microwave, and you didn't need the plastic? You never needed the plastic. It was a scheme.
It was a scheme.
To get you to eat the fucking plastic.
It's more
because they want you to eat the plastic.
Yeah. Because they control you with plastic.
My balls are hard. They haven't moved. They have
Really?
no. They have no. Well, yeah, they have
You're
no.
cold? It's cold up
No,
there.
no. They have no jiggle physics. They don't move.
It's
They're
not even,
hard
this
as a
is
rock
not related to
because of the
temperature.
microplastics in my ball sack.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. See, I don't have that issue, so I didn't know what you were talking about. I have half as much microplastics as you do. Because you work in a kitchen. Can bleep that one out.
Well, I think it's more or less just all the plastic that I like to ingest.
Yeah.
I just play around with the plastic and,
It was all the Play-Doh I ate as a kid.
Is Play-Doh made out of plastic?
Shaking it up.
What's Play-Doh made out of?
It's made of Play-Doh. I don't know.
I wonder what that's made out of. Hey, everybody in the comments, right? What was Play-Doh made out of, huh?
Did you have the Play-Doh shit where you make it into food? Like it would be like a McDonald's hamburger out of Play-Doh. And it was a kit. You'd like make the fries, you make the hamburger, you put it all together.
But I didn't have it because I was poor.
Just to be clear, that's the sound of someone flushing their toilet right now.
Man,
they encourage you to eat that shit. They like wanted you to eat the fucking.
And it smelled good
Play-Doh
too,
hamburger.
which let's do a segment.
I don't think it smells good.
Want to do a segment?
Oh, do you
let's
have
go
one?
on Reddit.com.
Oh,
we
God.
love Reddit.com.
Oh, is this the Q&A thing?
Well, yeah, sure. Why
Yeah,
not?
I'm so good at introducing things.
You're just really good at fucking burying the lead, huh?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, are we doing the thing finally? Shit.
So. I don't know what exactly you would do for that.
What are you looking for? Oh, you don't.
Well, I don't have anything prepared because I'm what they call a maverick, like Logan Paul. So, Newark mayor arrested.
Are you
who
looking?
cares?
What are you looking for?
Who cares? The Newark mayor. Oh,
What are you trying to put?
Oh, I'm looking for Okay, let's. All right.
r/drum.
Oh, what's that one that people ask for advice? and they're like, "Ugh, my dog has green shit,
I would just
and
Google-
it shit's all over my
I would
apartment."
just Google Reddit advice.
And then I pick
see
it
what
up
comes
and
up.
it gets all over my hand. And what should I do? Because it smells really bad and it stinks and I don't know how to clean it.
There was a Reddit I saw a couple of years ago of people who like just hate dogs. Like they're like they think dogs should be like in camps. It was ridiculous.
Oh, okay. Ask me anything. How about relationship advice? What about that one, huh?
Oh, that sounds. Oh man, I don't know if I'm fit for that.
Let's try it. I'm probably not either. Let's go. I can't type with one hand. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. You ready? Top post.
Is it good?
I don't know. Let me read it. You got to keep talking though.
Why?
Fucking because it's a podcast, you
Oh, okay.
motherfucker. You
I
stupid.
thought you were
fuck.
going to read it. Are you not reading it?
No, I'm gonna read it, but I want to read it first.
Oh, okay. He wants to read.
Okay.
So he has to read it first because there was no preparation for the podcast. So we didn't really have anything planned. And also, I'm more of a guest. But, it is what it is. He hit me up. He said, hey, come to the roof. I came on the roof. Here he is. He's standing here.
Okay.
with the-
All right.
You ready?
I like this.
Yeah, wow.
My 33 female girlfriend makes significantly more money than me, 35 male, but never offers to pay for anything. How could I bring this up to her without sounding like a gold digger? I'm not going to read the rest.
Well,
there's a
actually,
lot.
I'm more curious if there's any like bad advice in the comments. 'Cause
Okay,
that
let's
one's
see.
an easy one.
Just say no. You can't afford it. This really shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so what does the guy make? The guy says the girlfriend makes 300K. He makes 80K. Which, 80K is pretty good, depending on where you live.
Yeah,
So they're both kind of okay.
they're probably not here, so it's probably.
Just say no, you can't afford it. Okay. It does sound like the girlfriend is too cheap, but it's easily fixable by OP saying no, we can't go out tonight, I can't afford it. So she offers. Okay, so I gotta read the fucking thing. Jesus Christ. My girlfriend makes a little over 300K annually. I make 80K. We're both divorced. However, mine is fresher, 2 years versus her 5. I bring that up because I'm still paying for it financially. I had to take out a huge loan to pay off my ex, lawyer fees. She also talks about how she's investing X amount of money here, Y amount of money there. Meanwhile, I'm paying for all of our dates on my credit card. Oof. Because I don't have any cash. Jesus Christ. He's paying off a loan and he's paying off his credit card. I don't expect her to...
adding more to his credit card.
Yeah. I don't expect her to give me any of her money for my problems, but that's not absolutely what this is about. My issue is whenever she wants to go on a date, do new restaurant movies or whatever, she never offers to pay, not even split the bill. I usually just get suck it up and offer to pay because that's a gentlemanly thing to do. See, okay, so this idea that you got to pay every time and when your girlfriend materially makes way more money than you is just some like, I mean, it's just, I'm a Meninist. It's man hating is what it is.
Yeah, it's super man hating.
Well, you just go.
I would personally lock in.
But you lock in. You say, listen, Jessica, you told me a couple days ago you were investing money in Robinhood. And you put it in Pitney Bowes. Now, I would say that that's a good investment, but I'm not retarded. So I think actually what you're doing is bragging. So this is what you got to say to her. That you make more money than me and go fuck yourself. No, don't say that. You're just so vitriolic right off the bat.
Yeah.
I think you're fucking bragging. Why do you always bring it up? Why are you always saying how much money you invest to me? I don't freaking care. I think you're bragging. I think you're trying to make me feel bad.
I think there's an easier solution to all this. Just rob your girlfriend.
Rob her. See, what she does probably is
And then
leave
use
her
the money.
purse out on the kitchen table. Now, typically when my mom would leave her purse out on the kitchen table, a couple of dollars will go missing. She wouldn't miss it, you know.
Couple threes, couple fours.
I buy some, you know. I buy Starburst. I buy freaking cigarettes or whatever the heck.
Airheads.
And Airheads.
Wonder Balls.
Kratom. Mr. Dynamo's Black Rhino 3000 pill.
The things you throw on the ground that pop.
Those little snappers.
Yeah.
So what you need to, you know, what you really should do is you should tell your girlfriend, well, be in bed because it's safer. And make sure she can't, like, she's already settled in. She's you know, she's under the blankets. Like, she can't move. She can't go anywhere. She's not running away. She can't run away.
Yeah.
And you tell her, in fact, you might even want to grab her by the throat when you say this. No, don't do that.
You don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that. I think that's a little gratuitous. You could. I mean, it could add a little bit of theatrics to the bit, because you need to show her that you're, despite your financial, let's say, ineptitude. I don't know.
Aren't they more
financial
apt?
disparity? Just despite your financial disparity.
I thought she's more apt.
Despite your financial disparity, you're stronger than her and could kill her at any time. So, what you need to do is say, listen, we went at the Chili's. We got a triple dipper. You insisted on getting a steak afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could have just ate the triple dipper with you and shared it, and we could have got a little molten lava cake at the end, and I would have been fine. But you had to get the steak. And then over dinner, you were telling me how you invested in, you know, well, what's an investment firm? I don't know, hedge fund number 72.
The wrong guy.
BlackRock. I put a 3% stake into Blackstone.
Blackstone
Into Vanguard, and you know, you're bragging about this to me, and you're complaining about your taxes to me, and I'm just sick of it. And you know what? You're paying for that fucking steak. And what is she going to say at that point? What is she going to say? She can't say anything. She can't say anything. What you have to pay?
I would simply
What do you mean I have
lock
to pay?
in and make more money and rob her
Yeah.
out the bag, put it into my bag,
Right.
and then use
'Cause
the money that I robbed from her to take her on a nice date.
That's a good idea.
It's morally neutral.
It's probably the best outcome for everybody. She won't miss it. It's kind of like my mom. See, what we need to do is steal from
She's gonna be like,
our girlfriends.
oh, how you saved up to take us to Bermuda.
Hey, you know what happened?
You did so much.
Hey, no, I know, honey, and I know,
Oh,
I know
know.
you've been losing money out of your account for no reason. Like, I don't know what's going on, but you know what, baby? I saved up for us, and now we're drinking cocktails in the freaking Bermuda Triangle. Check it out. So let's move on to another one. One more. We'll do one more. Huh?
Wait, can I read it?
Okay, you go ahead. You.
I want to read it.
No. Well, so this is the comment. So let's go.
Let me pick
Ooh,
one.
fuck
Unless
you.
you have one.
No, I don't. Is this okay?
Let me see.
Scroll.
Let me see. You gotta
So
talk.
if I was a little shoe, and I was a little shoe, I would be a blue little shoe, because then I stand out. People say red shoes stand out, but I think they're kind of tacky. I don't. Red shoes are like, it's like, ooh, look at me. Like, I don't want to be so flashy. I want to be a little blue shoe.
All right.
Okay.
My 31F partner, 40 male, of 2.5 years, just told me last night that he has a crush on my best friend.
Ooh.
A little backstory. I have cancer that just came back after 15 months of remission.
Jesus.
We have been
Christ.
having issues even before my diagnosis. Mostly petty stuff. We spend every day together, but I have requested we spend some time apart for sanity.
It's already falling apart. It's,
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I get it. I have a 4-year-old from a previous relationship that he loves and cares for like his own. My cancer came back, and this is sad now. Okay. My cancer came back, and I can't pronounce that, leiomyosarcoma, and I'm on chemo. My hair started falling out, and I'm in outer space. My lesbian best friend has been staying with us, helping with cleaning, and an additional caregiver of my son. Last night he says, I have something to tell you something. I have a crush on blank. I told
lesbian?
him, yeah.
Oh.
I told him it was inappropriate and not to ever bring that up to her because she would be so uncomfortable. True. When I said this to him, he responds, I would never because it hurt feelings. Why the hell did he? Okay. Anyway, I ask him what feelings. Hers because it would make her uncomfortable, and mine because nothing would come of it, is his response. What
Okay.
about me? He has ever acted. This is weird. This is written wrong. He has never acted this way before or even showed interest in another woman. This is left field. No, so here's the thing.
Okay. And he's cooking it up. It's coming. He's striking the bat. He's at the first base, second base, third base, fourth. That's all right. You gotta say something.
This guy is a piece of shit. And
Sounds like a fucking little
and
goblin.
The people like this guy, there's a lot of people like that guy. What you do is, I love that. What you do is, you take them
Uh-huh.
and then you throw them in the trash. You don't even think about it. You just take them and you throw them away because they're like fucking napkins. You just discard them.
Know how many grizzly bears are in Alaska?
386.
Yeah. Well, take them there. You don't necessarily even have to kill your spouse anymore. I just didn't know. I didn't know that cooking chicken teriyaki in the woods was a bad idea. I didn't know that cooking fajitas would be a bad call in the Alaskan wilderness. Hey, silly me. And then you just so happen to have some kind of like, I don't know, bear cage. Just like a shark cage that keeps you away from. I bought this because I always wanted to see what it was like to be a rabbit. You use that in court as well. That'll because I don't know. You could claim that you're a protected class. Tenuous best, but it'll probably work.
The point is, this guy
He wants to fuck
wants to have sex with your lesbian friend.
with your lesbian friend while you have
And-
cancer.
while you have cancer and a kid. I didn't know if there was more than one, but there was one kid. And this is kind of a no-brainer.
I mean, what's the end game for this guy? He thinks he's waiting for you to die
This is like a guy.
so that he could have sex with a woman who
this
will
guy
never want to have sex with
is
him.
most likely like 17 in his
He
head.
probably doesn't ever see a woman.
He probably
They probably never go. They probably never go out. They don't have friends. And then he sees another woman
yeah.
in his house, and he's like, "Oh, wait, that could be wife too. Woman in my house. Ooh, could be another wife."
To have like some actual analysis, he told her he told his wife that he had a crush on her friend.
Yeah, he told her.
That is like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, why don't you just keep that to yourself next time?
What the
the real advice of this all is to shut the fuck up and stop saying everything you think about.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes you gotta be open with your partner. You should be open. Tell them everything. Tell them all your day's details. Tell them how things make you feel when they say X, Y, and Z. But don't fucking tell them that.
evaluate you.
Don't tell them that. Why?
This guy I know is a psychopath because he didn't even consider that. It wasn't even a thought. So he didn't care.
Well,
that like the fact
that's good.
That's not something. First off, you tell somebody something like that to get it off your chest.
Sounds like he's trying to.
You feel better.
It sounds like he's trying to.
himself.
He's trying to get you to break up with him, so he's not the asshole who broke up with his girlfriend who has cancer. That's a good theory.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like a narcissist, so I would agree.
Maybe he's doing that on purpose.
That kind of decision making, where you're like,
is he trying to get you to break up? Has he lost his mind? He's clearly, he clearly has. Oh my God, I'm seeing red. Reading this. What? Okay, I don't know what the fuck.
I don't think
was.
people have any.
Drawing a blank on what. So this person. Okay, can we just talk about what this person wrote just now? They wrote, he clearly has. Oh my God, I'm seeing red reading this, and it's not even happening to me. OP, give me his number. I want to break up with this piece of literal dog shit on your behalf. Can you just like be a human being when you write things down? I don't know what that's about. Like, oh, I'm so mad.
What do I feel like?
I cut myself off. I cut myself off while I was writing something. I wrote out. I was going to write out a sentence, but I cut myself off in the sentence that I wrote. Why don't you just cut that part out? You want to like seem more authentic? Is that what it is? It's weird. Don't do that anymore, Redditors. Redditors, please listen to me. Alert, Redditors, please listen. Don't do things that make you look like a stupid idiot dumbass. Okay? Don't do things like that.
Just write some shit like
that make you look like a fucking 6-year-old. Like you're like, oh, I'm so mad I could freaking bust.
I'm turning red.
Oh.
Just write.
Yeah, this is freaking this. Oh,
everything is meta. Everything is
it's like shut the
did you
fuck
actually
up.
just post this right now?
Oh, that was awkward. Ooh.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So
I have a theory. That I just came up with. That this person made the story up.
I'm very sorry to hear your cancer is coming. Okay.
So I believe the cancer part. I did.
Uh-huh.
Click on that person's profile. See if they have cancer.
Enhance.
Do you see like they're posting in cancer? Am I wrong?
Seems fake to me. Oh, any local cancer survivor thrivers.
All right,
Cancer's
they're
back.
Real.
But
it just seemed like a lot. So the thing is, they had cancer. This guy's a piece of shit. He told her that he likes someone, which is a weird thing to do. And then also, her friend just happens to be lesbian. Yeah. It was like too many occurrences at once where I felt like it was an embellished story.
But it just seems like maybe that like it's so crazy that it could be true type thing.
It could be true. I mean, it is true because the account was real.
What? My male 27 girlfriend, female 23, and I became parents. She refused to admit it until the hospital. How can I support her? Me and my girlfriend became parents overnight. I know it'll all sound so insane and people call it rage bait, but I'm here for people to say that. Basically, the moment I thought she was pregnant was early in December 2024. My phone's battery was dead and I had to use her phone. When I opened Google search, I saw pregnancy-related questions there. And I obviously confronted her to ask her what's going on. When we were taken to the room for labor, she said that she wants to put up the kid for adoption. Of course, I was sad because it was also my baby, so the contractions came. She screamed to beg me to end her life because it was simply not possible for her to be a mom and pregnant. What? The delivery went smoothly. In the end, we were taken to some really good hospital room. Next morning, the nurses and doctors and social worker visited us. My girlfriend was treated like she was some psycho who didn't know that she was pregnant. She got out of the hospital on the 6th of April, and we live in a rental home. She came back. When she came back, her parents had cleaned our home, and most of her makeup stuff was gone. She angrily called her mom after that and said to me that there's nothing more important than her looks. Okay, this seems a little crazy. This seems a little psychotic.
Give me like the Tilder, because I keep like getting lost on that story. It's written.
She is
so
bipolar
badly.
and is a former self-harmer. What can I do to get my lovely girlfriend back to happy again? Okay, your girlfriend is crazy. She's crazy.
What's the story again?
She denied that she was pregnant until the moment she gave labor, and then she said that she wanted her to get for her to be killed while she was giving labor, and then when she gave labor, she said she wanted to put it up for adoption, but then she changed her mind later. And apparently she's bipolar. It seems like this story's fake.
I don't know.
It doesn't seem normal
happen.
because he included the fact, this is like rage bait, because he included the fact that when her mom came to clean up for the baby, she got rid of her makeup, and then what she said was, "But my looks are all I have." Like, get the fuck out of here. That did not fucking happen. And then he goes, "How can I make my how can I make my lovely girlfriend happy again?" Like he's fishing.
What are the ages on this?
Get the fuck out of here.
What are the ages on this?
27, 23.
No.
Girl is 23, guy is 27. Yeah, I don't believe that shit.
No.
It's fucking
If
bullshit.
they said they were 14, 13, I would say maybe.
Well, yeah, but okay, they're pregnant. I don't know. Yeah,
It could happen.
it could happen.
But the reason why, because that, like, the way that where it's like, oh, I just want to, I don't know. It just seems.
Seems
made
psychotic
up.
to
It
me.
seems made up.
Yeah, it seems
Didn't
made up.
happen.
Didn't happen.
Didn't actually happen.
No one would say
Nothing
that.
happens on this.
Nothing happens on
this
this
is all made
Reddit.
up.
On this Reddit.
Half
crap
of these are
app.
just ChatGPT, like automatically made fucking relationship.
How
stories.
do I, 20 female, respond to comments from an overweight friend, 20 female, who makes self-deprecating jokes?
Your friend?
I recently reconnected with an old classmate and just got super close to the point where it honestly feels like I found my platonic soulmate. We talk every day for hours. We game together, laugh a lot, and just click on every level. And the thing is, sometimes she sometimes makes self-deprecating jokes about her weight, like comparing herself to or to something like, "Oh, they're fat almost as much as me." At first, you would think she don't care since she was joking about it, but I know she's actually insecure about her body. I'm never sure how to respond. I don't want to come off dismissive or fake by insisting, "No, you're not fat."
No, don't do that.
Okay, so
Just
this is
tell
what the
your
thing
friend-
is.
wait,
You don't make jokes like that ever again. Just
Yeah,
tell her,
yeah.
Hey, those jokes, honestly, they're not funny and they kind of suck. Can you maybe, I don't know, pick up a Gilbert Gottfried joke book and we can laugh at that or
Yeah.
something? Like, let's get maybe we'll get the funny papers or something. Watch Garfield. I don't want to hear all this crap. How about a nice little guy? Yeah, sure. Maybe I'm fat. But
I guess if I was in that situation, yeah, I would be.
But you know
trying
who?
to turn
You know
it
who's
around.
also fat? Okay, Steve from Minecraft.
And he's square.
Yeah,
He's cubical.
yeah.